Well, let's talk about 1984. When you come to Chicago, do you feel like you need to apologize to the general public?
Well, I can walk on two different sides of Chicago. Of course, people yell at me on the north side, how could you do that? You seem like a nice guy. And I say, Lee Smith hit my bat. It wasn't my fault. And then I go to the south side, and the White Sox fans love me, because I beat the Cubs. So that's the greatness about this town. And it's interesting. The White Sox finally won a couple years ago, and it was great for the town. But I think it's always about the Cubs and when are they going to win, and will the 100th anniversary be the year?
Well, explain it to me. 1984, it's Game 4 of the NLCS, bottom of the ninth. There's a man on, Lee Smith, pitching. What's going through your head?
Well, he doesn't fool around with you. He wasn't going to fool around with me. He wasn't going to throw me a curveball. He had great success against me that year. It seemed like every time I faced him, it was in the shadows at 4:30 at Wrigley in the afternoon. You barely see the ball. And he was a great relief pitcher, and he should be in the Hall of Fame. And I'm thinking Tony Gwynn had just singled, bottom of the ninth. I want to try to drive the ball. Tony's a great base runner. And the first pitch was up and away. Second pitch, he checks Tony at first, and I said, well, I'm just going to gear up and let it rip. And it was a ball out over the plate. And I think in all the replays, it goes up, and it was pretty high. And I'm going to first base, and I thought I hit it well enough, and then I saw Henry Cotto climb the fence. And for a moment, I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, it's the greatest catch in postseason history. And it hit 4 or 5 feet above that, and pandemonium kicked in, and it was about a 7 or 8 minute standing ovation. So.
2-run walk-off home run, and then you guys go on to win the NLCS. You win Game 5.
Yeah, but I kid. But most of the time I'm right that every day since then a Cub fan has come up and said, how could you do that, And that's a tribute to being a diehard Cubs fan and having part of your soul.